This series is going to be a little bit different than the others you've read. Most of the articles on how to make money starting with nothing list ways to earn money. Lists like this one from Pop Sugar that encourages you to write a blog, create an app, create YouTube videos, etc. This isn't bad advice in and of itself, but if you're looking at that list and haven't done any of those things already, it's not likely to spur you into action. This series of articles is going to talk about foundational principles of wealth creation and the mindset you need to walk the path. See all articles. I'm not a guru, and I'm not rich. I wasn't born into money, and I get out of bed every morning at 6 a.m. to write for this blog before I put in a day's work. I don't have any courses to sell you or ebooks to show you. What I do have is a beginner's mindset, and I think that's important when you're trying to learn how to build wealth. The issue with most of the advice out there on wealth creation is that people are selling you what made them rich, not what's going to make you rich. Naval Ravikant says it best in his blog, How to Get Rich. Naval writes, if you ask a specific person what worked for them, very often it's just like they're reading out the exact set of things worked for them which might not be applicable for you. They're just reading you out their winning lottery ticket numbers. There is something to be learned from them, but you can't just take their exact circumstance and map it onto yours. The best founders I know, they listen and read everyone, but then they ignore everybody, and they make up their own mind. What's going to make you wealthy is entirely unique to you. It's going to be a combination of your passion, skill set, network, and circumstance. What I want to focus on are the principles of wealth creation, and those are adaptable to your circumstance. How much money do you need to be wealthy? First, how much money do you need to be wealthy? We could use Felix Dennis' definition of rich from his book, How to Get Rich, How to Make Money Starting with Nothing. So, about $30 million minus $70 million USD would do the trick. A few million in the bank when we retire at 65 is not the goal here. Freedom is the goal. You don't actually need that much for freedom though. If your goal is to quit your day job and start working and living for yourself, you just need enough passive cash flow to pay all your expenses each month. And that number is up to you. One other note before we get into how to make money starting with nothing. The journey of creating generational wealth will be easier if you are rich in other ways, in love, health, and support. I am fortunate to have a wife that loves me unconditionally and a family that supports me always. I am healthy in both body and mind. These will help in a very specific way. Stamina. It will take years and years to get rich, and you'll need your energy. Okay, let's get to it. Here's the first step in how to make money starting with nothing. Step 1. Cultivate the self-belief that you can build wealth. It sounds hokey, but it's critical to build this belief system. Most people who start with nothing want to be wealthy, but many of them don't take the time to cultivate the belief that they can actually do it. This cognitive dissonance is usually resolved by that person changing the want. They convince themselves that wealth isn't something to be desired in the first place. This warps their view of money in the process. Suddenly, the accumulation of wealth is something to be scorned, not celebrated. I grappled with this dissonance myself. I've thought about it at length. I've written about it. I've talked about it with friends and family members. You can read my article on how I've adjusted my point of view to see wealth accumulation as the pursuit of freedom. Sharing my thoughts publicly has helped me get very specific about why I'm on this journey. There's another advantage to sharing your thoughts and desire for wealth with others. Anytime you make a public commitment, you leverage commitment and consistency tendency. This is the tendency to act in accordance with a commitment you've made. It has helped me stay on track during the times I question what I'm doing and why I'm doing it. Naval Ravikant talks about leveraging this bias before he started his first company. When he was an employee, he would go around the office telling everyone who would listen that one day he was going to leave to start his own business. After some months passed, co-workers kept asking him why he was still there. This spurred Naval to leave and actually do it. When you make a public commitment and others know about it, it's much easier to stick to it.